Now, because she's seeing progress, that narcissistic behavior kicks in again. And all of a sudden, now we got problems again. The first time I noticed it, because I'm making money with the cars. So because I got money, I'm able to do other little business ventures that I wasn't able to do. Little small things, but it's turning into something real quick. So I got several streams of income going on already. So one day, she calls me. When you coming home? What do you mean? I'm out here taking care of things that I need to take care of. She gets upset. Well, if you can't be here, you got to be gone all the time. You should find you somewhere to go. Now, this is blowing me away. I ain't got no understanding of this conversation. Because here it is, just 30 days ago, I had no money, no income, no car, and now I got 7 cars outside. I got money coming in. And you coming at me talking about if I can't be home, I need to find somewhere to go. This is crazy as hell. But this is what's happening on a regular basis now. Another time, I'm in Detroit, and she called me on the phone. She said, hey, you forgot to pay the light bill before you left. I said, oh yeah, I probably did. You know, I got so much going on, I probably did forget. Why don't you go and pay it for me, and I'll just give you the money when I get back. She said, oh no, I'm not finished spending my money paying it. Just tell me where your money at, and I'll get the money out of it and go pay it. Now this is, again, crazy to me. But this became a back and forth, an argument. But I'm looking at this is so petty to me. I said, okay, whatever, all right. And I left it alone. Now, when I get back home, I notice her ain't been to work in days, in the bed again. Now remember, every single time I'm making progress throughout the past, she do the same thing. She go in this psychotic state where she in bed all day, calling off work, ain't going nowhere, ain't doing nothing. Well, here she is again when I get back from Detroit. Now, I go to look for my money that I had stashed there. What didn't happen is, when she got off the phone with me, she went searching the house until she found money I had there. And she took the money and hid it somewhere. So now I'm going to her, hey, where's my money at? I had my money stashed, I had some money stashed, you done found it and took it. Where it's at? She did not want to give me this money, okay? She's still acting like she in this old psychotic state, and I'm trying not to actually get into it with her about it, but I'm not going to let it go. You just taking my money like this. So I'm steady asking her off and on all day, and then finally, she jumped up out of bed all energized. It don't make no sense. You got all this money, and I ain't got none. She went in the basement. She had hid it in a bag of clothes, because she got so many clothes in every closet. She even had bags of clothes in the basement. So she pulls the money out the bag of clothes and throw it down. So this don't make no sense for you to have this much money and I ain't got no money. But see, this was a teaching moment here. I said, you're right. It don't make no sense for me to have more money than you. See, because for years you've been running around, always throwing it out here how you make $100,000 a year. but you ain't got a dime saved up. Here it is, I done went through all kinds of struggle trying to get on my feet. And now I'm just getting back on my feet. Ain't been 2 months yet. And I got money put up, and you don't. It don't make no sense. See, the thing of this, you don't think about where we could be at now had you actually gave me the $1,500. Because I started this with $175 raggedy van and turned it into this. But you ain't thinking about none of that. And she couldn't even say nothing because she knew I was right. The thing of it is that it didn't stop. It was constant little petty stuff always going on just like this. Now, one day, one of her family members come over. Me and him outside, we talking, and we talking about the cars and everything. He said, hey man, you know they still talking about you. I say, what could they possibly be saying about me? Because right now, I got more money than all of them. He say, man, listen, she been running around telling everybody that you got nice cars, but you always sell them. Me and him both bust out laughing. Because when you look at this, it sounds crazy. I get nice cars and I sell them. Well, I buy and sell cars. So what she's saying is I always get nice cars and always sell them. Well, hell, ain't that's what I do? That's actually a good thing. You see? But to a narcissistic person, what's happening in her mind is she see it, but she gonna turn it into doing something negative. And so she go out here and tell these stories to everybody listening. And because what I've seen with every narcissistic person that I came in contact with, when they go out here and they tell stories about people, even though it don't make sense, the people listening don't even have enough understanding in their own mind to say it don't make sense. But this one family member did, okay? But everybody else sucks it right on up without a thought. Not long after this, one of her cousins come over. I pulled up. He was out there. He see me. We talking. Now, he say, there was some nice cars. Now, is they yours or are they for sale? And he was being sarcastic when he said it. Now, the first thing I thought about, he been listening to this fool. And he just said this out his mouth, and he ain't even thought about how ignorant he sound. Are they mine or are they for sale? And this is what I'm thinking about after he said it. Like, did you just hear what you said? So I say, they all mine and they all for sale. Now, as I said, this is what happens when narcissistic people tell stories that don't make sense. You'll have people making a fool out of themselves, call themselves being sarcastic, and not even paying attention that it don't even make sense. I've had this happen on numerous occasions dealing with narcissists. Never fails, the people around them is just as ignorant as they are. Because, see, what I'm looking at here is that because at the time, I'm about 36. This man is 50 plus. So he's actually an elder than me. But he can't even see how ignorant he sounds in saying this. And then the fact that he's trying to be sarcastic and saying it like he really saying something. But this is the kind of things that went on all the time. And I had to be the bigger person and let it go. Now, not long after this, I come in the house one day and she hear me come in. She come down the stairs and she's following me around to the basement door. And she said, hey, my cousin just called me. The same dude trying to be sarcastic. He called, he said he need to borrow $150. But she said, I don't have it, but can you loan me the money or give me the money to loan him and I'll give it back to you when I get paid. Now, you know the first thing I'm thinking about after him calling himself being sarcastic to me, that I'm going to give him $150? I don't think so. But then I'm thinking about all the stories that she always had about me, speaking negative about me. Over the years, he was one of the family members that she would be talking to. You see, and so my thoughts on this is, that man 50-something years old. He been on his job 25, 30 years. Why he need to borrow $150 from me? From somebody who just got on their feet just a couple of months ago. I don't understand that. But they sit up here and they listen to this fool when she telling them stories about me working 2 jobs, child support taking all my money. Me being too lazy to get a job, that's why I opened up the restaurant. And a long list of other stories, they always listen to her. Now, the problem I really got with him even more is that he works at the hospital that she has been to on numerous occasions. Not only do he work at the hospital, he works in the psych ward where she always ended up at. But here it is, you keep listening to her. These stories that she's telling you that don't make no sense. But you done seen her in the psych ward on numerous occasions. This is what I don't understand about everybody listening to her, man. They seen her in here in the psych ward. But then they act like ain't nothing wrong with her when she get out. They believe every story she got. Now, because I told her no, I'm not giving her no $150 to get at him. Now she's really hot. Because again, when you tell a narcissist no, it causes a reaction from them. So she's upset now. But it ain't just that I told her no. It's the fact that because everybody looks up to her because her job title. They looks up to her because she got her degree, because of how much money she makes. But now she forced to tell them she ain't even got $150 and she make $100,000 a year. So she really upset because she about to be embarrassed that people gonna know her situation. So now we really got major problems in the household. And see, it's always the same. It ain't just me and her having problems. She got to include everybody around her. Family, friends, she got to have everybody riding with her on her side against me. But here's the thing, don't none of them know. They don't know she a narcissist, just like I didn't know then.